I'm going to show you how to do the spike stitch. I find myself utilizing this stitch a lot because it has a really graphic quality to it, and not to mention the backside is just as nice. And believe it or not, this is all single crochets. I'm going to teach you how to do color changes, but this pattern is just as beautiful in a solid color or even better in a variegated yarn. There are endless variations of the spike stitch, but I'm going to show you the cello puddin' way. This pattern is a 4-row repeat, but don't let that scare you. All that means is that you're gonna crochet from right to left 4 times in order to complete a full section of spike stitches. It doesn't matter if you switch colors, use a solid or variegated yarn, it will always be a 4-row repeat. Let me show you how to get it started. Before we get into the actual stitch, I'm gonna show you how to start the spike stitch. You're gonna start with an odd amount of chains, 1 row of single crochets, and then a second row of single crochets. Before you get to the very last stitch, you're going to pause and add your contrasting color. So I'm going to finish this up now by inserting into my last stitch. I'm going to yarn over, pull through, and you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Don't finish the stitch because this is where you're going to add your second color. I'm going to place the yarn on my hook as if it was the first color, and then I'm going to take the yarn on the crochet hook, pull it through the 2 loops that are on the hook, tighten it just a little bit. You're going to drop the tail, and this is the working yarn from the skein. And you're going to chain 1. To start your first row of the spike stitch, you're going to insert your hook into the first stitch here and make a single crochet. For the next stitch, it makes the most sense to insert your hook into this stitch right here. But what we're actually going to do is insert our hook into the stitch from the first row of single crochets, which is this stitch right here. It's going to be a little bit confusing at first, but once you continue to build your project, it'll start to make sense. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to stick my hook into this stitch here. I'm going to yarn over, pull through, keep really loose tension, and you'll have 2 loops on your hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through both of these loops here. And you've done your spike stitch. To complete this row, you'll just repeat that pattern. Insert single crochet, just like a normal single crochet. Pull through. And then you're going to insert your hook into the stitch from the first row of single crochets. So it's not this one here, it's actually this one here. Go ahead and see if I can do this in a way that looks good and makes sense. This is what the back of it looks like. I'm going to yarn over, pull through, keep your tension really loose, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Let's do that again. Insert my hook, single crochet, find the stitch from the first row of single crochets, which is this right here. Insert my hook, yarn over, keep your tension really loose, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Insert my hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Locate the stitch from the first row of the single crochets, which is this one here. insert, yarn over, pull through, super loose tension, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, we have 1 stitch left. Really simple. You're just going to single crochet, chain 1 and turn. So insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over to complete the stitch, yarn over to chain and turn your work. So to complete this row, you're going to single crochet across the entirety of the top of the second color. Okay, I've reached the end of my row of single crochets after my row of spike stitches. And what we're going to do now is we're going to reintroduce the first color. And let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to insert my hook into the last stitch, just as I would do if I was doing a single crochet, except I'm going to pause when I have 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to drop my second color. I'm going to pick up my first color, keeping the second color in front and the first color in the back. This really just creates consistency. You can do it however you want, but this is my preferred method. Then I'm going to yarn over with my first color and then pull through my second color to finish my last single crochet, and then I'm going to chain 1 and turn. On the first row of spike stitches, we started with 1 single crochet and then the spike stitch, and then 1 single crochet and then the spike stitch. To crochet the spike stitch with your first color, what you're going to do is you're going to place 2 single crochets instead of 1 single crochet from our first color of spike stitches. So 2 single crochets and then the spike stitch into this stitch right here. An easy way to mark that stitch is it's the stitch in between the spike stitch and the single crochet from the first row of spike stitches. I'm going to single crochet 2 times in their own stitch, and then I'm going to single crochet into the into the stitch space between the spike stitch and the single crochet from the first color of spike stitches. The reason why we do this is because it offsets the spike so that it creates a staggered pattern, as you can see here. So I've done 2 single crochets in my spike stitch. Now I'm going to do a single crochet and a spike stitch. Single crochet and a spike stitch. It's really that simple. To finish off the row of spike stitches with your first color, you're going to end the row with 2 single crochets, exactly as you did when you started the row with 2 single crochets. I'm going to chain 1 and turn. To complete your row of spike stitches with your first color, you're going to do exactly as you did with the second color to complete those rows of spike stitches by adding single crochets in every stitch until you get to the end. But don't forget, you need to switch colors. So I'm at my last stitch and I need to switch colors. So I'm going to insert and single crochet. Remember, for this row, I ended this row with 2 single crochets. I'm currently working in the last single crochet of this row. I'm going to drop this color in front, pick up my orange color in the back. I'm going to yarn over, pull through both loops on the hook, and you've just completed the row of single crochets. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn. We're back to working spike stitches with our orange color, which is the first color we used to create the spike stitch. And remember, for this color, we started this row with 1 single crochet and a spike stitch. So I'm going to insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. And then I'm going to single crochet in between the 2 single crochets from this row of spike stitches. And you've created your spike. Now I'm going to insert, single crochet, and then I'm going to insert my hook in between the spike stitch and the single crochet, just like we did for this blue color here. Remember to keep your tension loose. Single crochet, insert, yarn over, pull through, loose tension, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Remember, for this orange color, since we started with 1 single crochet, we're going to end with 1 single crochet. For the blue color, we started with 2 single crochets, so we're going to end with 2 single crochets. I'm going to build my swatch up a little bit more just to show you what it looks like on a bigger piece. Okay, I've built out my swatch a little bit here. Look at how beautiful this stitch is. And like I said, the back is just as beautiful as the front. If you continue to stay consistent with your color changes, you'll end up with a really clean and straight edge. And just to make sure we're all on the same page and locked in and focused, I'm going to do one more row of each color with you in real time. And there you have the spike stitch.